What are some old-fashioned first names that you don't hear much anymore? Adolf. Gertrude. Balthazar. I was in a hotel and overheard an older lady call out her husband's name Balthazar. I still remember that moment vividly. Lol. Gladys. Gaylord. Kermit. Yes. It's a name real people had before the frog existed. Lance. In medieval times, people were named Lance a lot. Chester. Esther, Hazel, Evangeline, Eleanor, Rhoda. All names of my great-aunts LMAO. Fanny. Hortense. Karen in 60 years. Harriet. Prunella. Trudy. I'm watching Monk right now. Maud. June. Bernadette. Melba. Eloise. Trudy. Melody. Leonard. Bruce. Franklin. Kay. Lee Ann. Frida. Vincent. Used to work in an old folks' home. Names that were common there but haven't seen much in baby name forums. Edna. Opal. Esmeralda. Ruth. Even bigger question: why are women's names associated with time-stamped trends while men's are stable for centuries? Edna, Bertha, Myrtle, Enid, Hubert, Herbert, Archie, Grover. Blanche. Harold. Esther, Hazel, Evangeline, Eleanor, Rhoda. All names of my great-aunts LMAO. Ephraim A. But there's a building named after the dude on my campus. Mildred. Daphne. Arica in Spain. There was a time when it was very popular. Now it's completely vanished, whilst names like Garcia and Alfonso are still popular. Hiram. Ruth. Dick. Wilhelmina. Gertrude. Sherlock. Nancy. Bessie, my mom and grandmother's name. Letty, my great-grandmother's name. Also, Rufus, my uncle and grandfather's name. Pearl, my other great-grandmother's name. Archibald. Nearly all numerical names are fairly rare. Perhaps with the exception of Octavia. Quintus Canita 5th. Sextus Sexta 5th. Septimus Septima 7th. Octavian Octavia 8th. Nonus Nona 9th. Decimus Decima 10th. Grandma's name. Agnes and maybe Eugene, haven't seen that one in a while. Rudolph. Orville. Truman. Gilbert. Growing up in rural Appalachia, I had neighbors named Pitner, Ethamure and Imogen. Lucretia. Dorcas. Juanita. Honus. Cecil. Elmer. Don't know a single one except my stepdad and his father, both their middle names. Mildred. And thank God. Pearl. Beatrice. Lucille. Judith. Ethel, Constance, Virgil, Horace, Glynis. Ethelfled. Marguerite. Etna. My great-grandfather was Osro. Dad called him Grandpa Ozzy. Maxwell. Valerie. Evelyn. Albert. Edward. Graham and all its various spellings. Vivian. Prudence. Lillian. I'm amazed by how many names in the replies belong to people I know. There were some weird-ass names in my family 2 generations ago, like Ada, Leora, Ewald, and Aura. Ethel. Melody. Calpurnia Buford. Bob. Nobody under the age of 40 is named Bob. Betty. Look at the old-time presidents' names. Woodrow. Abraham. Chester. Ulysses. Millard. Franklin. Rutherford. Calvin. Herbert. I don't personally know any person with these names. IDK if it's old-fashioned, but my son's name is Miles. Wasn't a popular name at all when I named him, but may become popular now just cause of the new Spider-Man films. Wolfgang. Bartholomew. Adelaide. Dorothy, every grandma's name it seems. Longine. Fanny. Dolores. Hattie and Lottie, my two favorites. Florence. Tracy or Stacy for men. Olga. Fitzwilliam. Mildred. Edith. Homer. Otis. All the old lady names: Gertrude, Mildred, Gladys, etc. I live in a 55-up community. Now it's Karen, Linda, Jane, Barbara, Cordelia, Helen, Augusta, Delia, Adelaide, Charlotte, Althea, God, Beatrice. Though I knew a really hot European girl in grad school with the name. It was weird. Gertrude, Durward, Injun Bob, Hilda, Amelia, Jeffrey, Susan, Philin, Mildred, Clara, Bertha, Herman, Hazel, Oscar, Edgar, Minerva, Gladys, Beatrice, Arthur, Dorothy. My grandmother and her sisters, all of whom would be well into their 100s now if they were still alive, were Thelma, Glenna and Mildred. That's like an old-timey trifecta. Nana, Charlotte, Frank, Ernie, Violet,